Howdy, y'all. This is Proverbs 11 in the NLT for August 11th, 2023. The Lord detests the use of dishonest scales, but he delights in accurate weights. Pride leads to disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom. Honesty guides good people. Dishonesty destroys treacherous people. Riches won't help on the day of judgment, but right living can save you from death. The godly are directed by honesty. The wicked fall beneath their load of sin. The godliness of good people rescues them. The ambition of treacherous people traps them. When the wicked die, their hopes die with them, for they rely on their own feeble strength. The godly are rescued from trouble, and it falls on the wicked instead. With their words, the godless destroy their friends, but knowledge will rescue the righteous. The whole city celebrates when the godly succeed. They shout for joy when the wicked die. Upright citizens are good for a city and make it prosper, but the talk of the wicked tears it apart. It is foolish to belittle one's neighbor. A sensible person keeps quiet. A gossip goes about telling secrets, but those who are trustworthy can keep a confidence. Without wise leadership, a nation fails. There is safety in having many advisors. Without wise leadership, a nation falls. There is safety in having many advisors. There's danger in putting up security for a stranger's debt. It's safer not to guarantee another person's debt. A gracious woman gains respect, but ruthless men gain only wealth. Your kindness will reward you, but your cruelty will destroy you. Evil people get rich for the moment, but the reward of the godly will last. Godly people find life. Evil people find death. The Lord detests people with crooked hearts, but he delights in those with integrity. Evil people will surely be punished, but the children of the godly will go free. A beautiful woman who lacks discretion is like a gold ring in a pig's snout. The godly can look forward to a reward, while the wicked can expect only judgment. Give freely and become more wealthy. Be stingy and lose everything. The generous will prosper to those who refresh others. The generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will refresh. The generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. People curse those who hoard their grain, but they bless the one who sells it in time of need. If you search for good, you'll find favor. But if you search for evil, it will find you. Trust in your money and down you go, but the godly flourish like leaves in spring. Those who bring trouble on their families inherit the wind. The fool will be a servant to the wise. The seeds of good deeds will become a tree of life. A wise person wins friends. If the righteous are rewarded here on earth, what will happen to wicked sinners? Man, I feel like we got New Testament halfway through here. Don't accidentally stop the video. Apparently it's now focusing above me. Whatever, do what you want, camera. The footnotes here, let's see. Those who win souls are wise. It says, or, instead of a wise person wins friends, the seeds of good deeds become a tree of life, and those who win souls are wise. In the Old Testament, how do you win a soul? What's it say? The righteous are rewarded here on earth. What will happen to wicked sinners? The Greek version reads, if the righteous are barely saved, what will happen to godless sinners? Ooh, fire. It says compare 1 Peter 4:18. First Peter 4:18, New Living Translation. And also, if the righteous are barely saved, what will happen to godless sinners? Same phrasing? Yeah, Greek version of Proverbs reads the same as 1 Peter 4:18. Interesting. I agree with that, man. If the righteous are barely saved, what will happen to godless sinners? Man, put that on a shirt. Jeez. I get a bunch of messages coming in. A lot of stress going on. And it was from a friend. And I just got finishing visiting with another friend, playing hooky from some extra work. But finished my route, finished some Uber, and was near homeboy, so went and checked in on him and talked some science. But now I'm needed at home because it's dinner time and everybody's crazy apparently. So I was gonna go work a little bit where I'm at. I'm near downtown, but I guess I'll head home. It's Friday, so I feel like it's super busy. It's dinner time. Now's the time to do DoorDash and stuff, but gotta meet in the middle. It's not happy wife, happy life. It's happy spouse, happy house. Right now, my wife needs me. I know she's been working hard around the house all day. She had a hard week at work, so money's just a number, right? And the Lord gives it to me, not DoorDash. So the Lord detests the use of dishonest scales. Man, I just heard a whole sermon on this and how there was like a secret stone for like, the public versus your buddies kind of thing. Because your stone would make the deal better for you and make you more money. Not a practice we should honor. And like different people, different faces, like no. It should be the same treatment for everybody. Pride leads to disgrace. Humility comes wisdom. Just heard a sermon today about sit in the dishonored place. Jesus said sit in the last place because all the Pharisees vowed for who could be in the highest seat of honor next to the host. But the reasoning was it was all the rich guys and people of means that could repay it. So they just traded honor among themselves. And if you didn't have the means to repay, you would just you wouldn't even expect to be up there. So Jesus was saying, like, go sit at the feet so that you're not sent down in disgrace. Your pride sends you down in disgrace. Hey man, we need the seat, homies here. Versus like, where's Cheetah? What do you mean he's down there? Call him up here. I want to talk to him. I want to sit near him so we can eat. Honesty guides good people, and riches won't help on the day of judgment. Again, godly directed by honesty, and the godliness of people rescues them. Tired of focusing on the wicked. Had my own rough day. You know what I'm saying? Like the wicked are going to get what they get. But the godly are rescued from trouble. And knowledge will rescue the righteous. How do we get knowledge? Well, seeking wisdom. Where does wisdom come from? The fear of the Lord. Hence the righteous. It's foolish to belittle one's neighbor. A sensible person keeps quiet. And a gossip goes around telling secrets. Be trustworthy. Just keep your mouth shut. Unless you need to tell somebody, you probably don't need to tell somebody. There's a whole bunch here about a nation and wise leadership and all that. But you know what? Again, had a day, not trying to focus on that. I've got some stuff I want to react to because some of the stuff in the news is just maddening. I don't know what else to say. Like California, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then, oh my gosh, the friend showed me a very funny drug ad, and just, I can't believe, like, this is what us in New Zealand watch on TV, like drug ads, you know what I mean? It's like every other commercial. We're the only people, guys, us in New Zealand, direct marketing to consumer like that. Like, just wait for that react. You wouldn't even believe the side effect if I told you, but it's a cholesterol drug. And like, If Olestra was bad, this is like horrific. Horrific. And that it's enough of a percentage that it's on the TV commercial instead of just the insert. A gracious woman gains respect. Your kindness will reward you, and the reward of God, the godly, will last. Godly people find life. Evil people find death. Facts. The godly can look forward to a reward, while the wicked can expect only judgment. I hope I can look forward to a reward. I hope that I do well enough to hear, well done, good and faithful servant, and I get let in. If I get a reward above and beyond the privilege of being there, I'm like, gravy. I don't feel entitled to anything. I don't even feel entitled to my salvation. Praise Jesus for it, because if you're watching this and you struggle, just know that I struggle. I'm on YouTube doing this and out here for the world, and I will just tell you and be transparent how much I struggle. Give freely, become more wealthy. Be stingy, lose everything. That sounds right. Sounds like the natural order. And the generous will prosper. Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed. Hey, I did it on the first time today, or this time. But I think it's true. There's something about the Spirit welling up inside of you to pour into other people. And the more you pour in, it's like you might laugh at this. That's how breastfeeding works. That's how lactation works. It's supply and demand. The more demand that you have, the more the supply is increased. And for most people, new moms, they're intimidated because they think, I don't have the supply. How am I going to meet the demand? It's not at all. That's not even close to how the body works. You got to give the demand to incentivize the supply. Side note, I got to get my wife on a podcast to just talk about the miracle that is breastfeeding and how mind-blowingly awesome just that small percentage of the body is. It's truly amazing. It's not like, if you think of milk like we think of milk, milk in a jug, cow's milk, and it's all just kind of, it's stable through time, which I'd be curious about tracking the hormones and stuff on that, but it's averaged out on thousands of cows versus a one-on-one with the mom. The saliva is actually going into the mom and triggering changes in the cells, which change the milk makeup. So it's not a one-size-fits-all. It's not Powerade coming out of there, white Powerade, where it's just like, well, it's some salt and some sugar and some this and some that. It is constantly changing from day 0 to, let's say, 5, right? I know that's extreme for Americans, but that's a common cessation of breastfeeding age. So you should be breastfeeding to at least 2. At least 2. Thank the World Health Organization if you don't like me saying that. If that makes you uncomfortable, tough noogies. I don't know what to say. That's what they're for. Like that soapbox? See what I mean? I'm going to hop on a podcast and just get set loose. I just need the proper setting kind of thing. So give freely. Be generous. They bless one who sells in the time of need. If you search for good, you'll find favor. If you search for evil, it will find you. That's what I feel about a lot of the occulty stuff going on, is people are increasingly exposed to it because of the awareness on the internet and just like the popularity and stuff, but are not given any awareness or training of the higher stuff. Even yoga, meditation, it's just like diving into the deep end and hoping you can figure out how to swim, because when you're confronted with reality of some of these practices, it can break you. It can take you to really bad places. And the things that you're going to see in contact can be deceptive as well. Another soapbox, another time. Nobody ever comments other than the beard stuff. So if one of these strikes your fancy, comment about it. Let me know. Trust in money and down you go, but the godly flourish like leaves in spring. I like how this translation reads just because of stuff like this. Trust in your money and down you go, but the godly flourish like leaves in spring. It's just, this is a parallel to give freely and become more wealthy. Be stingy, lose everything. Those who bring trouble on their families inherit the wind. That's an interesting saying. I'd be curious to know about more of this expression as far as ancient context goes. The fool will be servant to the wise. Yeah, that makes sense. These two. I'm latching on to these today. The seeds of good deeds become a tree of life. A wise person wins friends. Or, the seeds of good deeds become a tree of life. A wise person wins souls. Share the gospel. Share the truth. Win souls for the kingdom. That's the only thing that's ever going to get you a reward here on earth. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe acts of service, things like that, pure service. Like, maybe I'm wrong. But for sure, sharing the gospel, making converts and disciples. This is the work, right? The seeds of good deeds become a tree of life, and a wise person wins friends. Uh-oh. I got 50 seconds left, and then I'm totally out of space on this phone. If the righteous are rewarded here on earth, what will happen to wicked sinners? Man, we did that first. If the righteous are barely saved, what will happen to godless sinners? I'm putting that on a shirt, fam. If anybody will buy that shirt, you let me know. Greek, English, or both. I'm going to figure it out as I ponder it. I got to go record daily verse. Go with God, be blessed.